Hi friends! Let's address the elephant in the room, okay? I spontaneously went to go get a haircut. I will say I don't feel my best about it right now because it is so short. I went in hoping for a trim and this was way drastic than the trim I was going for. I will say I'll insert my photo before, and even though I had longer hair and I've been trying to grow it out, it was so stringy. I had clumps coming out all the time, and essentially where they cut it, it was like, girl, we're cutting all your dead. Even though it's not the length, I do love a haircut, and I think that is really essential to one of my favorite purchases, which essentially we're gonna be talking about favorite purchases. I feel like I never really talk about purchases that I am interested in besides maybe my thrifting content, as you've seen. I thought this would be a really cool way to kind of show you pieces that I've been loving, that are my favorites, but really worth to me the purchase. And they range from fashion to beauty, lifestyle, skincare. So let's get into it. Because I'm more of a fashion channel, I thought I'd talk about maybe some fashion pieces that I just really feel elevated my closet essentials. Finding a black dress. I know we talk about the essentials, LBD, but mine is more of a maxi length. That is this halter maxi dress with the slit in the front. It's actually by Ralph Lauren. I found this piece when I went thrifting at the worst thrift store rated in my area. I believe I got this last fall or winter because I remember wearing it to my little holiday soiree last year. Whenever I have like a nice little evening event that I'm going to, always pull out this black dress, immediately feel very chic. Just one of those things in my closet that I felt like, you know, we talk about having special occasion pieces, but sometimes those don't really happen. And I feel like this dress is a good medium of being like a special occasion dress, but also still kind of be an evening kind of dinner vibe if you want to feel a little bit more fancy. I'm just really happy with that thrift find. I don't really need any other black dress because that really combines everything that I've been looking for in a nice little like quote unquote LBD, the halter style, the mock neck. It's giving very 90s, and again, I feel like my style goes very 90s, but also very boho. And I know Ralph Lauren is one of those designers that just has really quality pieces and very like vintage. And it really inspired me to actually look at more into Ralph Lauren as a brand when I'm looking for secondhand pieces. The next piece I'm gonna talk about is an outerwear item. Since I've purchased this, I cannot stop wearing it. It really is exactly kind of the style that I've been looking for. It is essentially a dark indigo jean jacket. I got this on Depop sometime in the springtime. I wore this constantly. The thing that I really like about this jacket, besides that it's a dark indigo color, I also like all the zipper pockets for the silver contrast and then the contrasting stitching. This jacket is just the perfect layering piece. I can essentially wear this as a blouse or just wear it over t-shirt underneath. It's still slightly oversized, but it's short, it's fitted. I could zip it all the way up, which is kind of how I've been liking my outerwear. It's anything I pair this with, I look very like, to me, very chic. I know I'm gonna constantly say that word a lot, but that's just how I feel in this jacket. And this piece is very particular, and it's gonna come with its own little story. I've mentioned the last year that I've been looking for black flare pant, and was really inspired by one of my old photos back in like 2018 when I did own these black style flare pants. Tried to go find them online, such as eBay, Poshmark, and I just could not find them. And then I remembered they were Old Navy. So I was checking to see if I can find them through Old Navy by finding them secondhand. And the only way I found them was through the Old Navy website. And I usually prefer to make purchases secondhand first than, you know, shopping directly. But then again, I knew it was an item that I was really wanting to add to my closet, that I would wear a lot. For me, it takes me a while to kind of make these type of purchases. I did end up going to one of the Old Navy stores to try them on. It was exactly the fit that I was looking for. These Old Navy high-rise wow flare pant, they are perfect because I feel like a lot of the black jeans that I was looking for, they essentially were more like a jegging. Honestly, I could not find this style of jean on any second-hand website in my size. They're just a black flare jean and they just look so good with anything. I cannot stop wearing these, and I have specifically been waiting for the fall and the spring to bring these out because they just go with so many like darker tone pieces in my closet, and they're really good quality, and they do have some spandex, so it does have that nice stretch, so it makes it a little bit more comfortable to wear for me. I feel like a lot of the times when I try to find like a black jean, they're usually very like gray, or they like wash off easily, and not these. I've washed them like 3 times. Again, follow the instructions because I feel like black jeans can fade so easily, and they've been holding up so far. Now we can move on to skincare. I think that'd be really nice. I mentioned this a lot in some of my videos that I've struggled with body acne, specifically in my stomach, but also in my bashikis, if you will, if we're gonna be TMIing it out here and be vulnerable. For many years, I think since like 2018, I was constantly struggling with this and feeling very insecure and couldn't really find a solution for it. And I don't know what it was. Sometime last year, I tried this soap and it truly has stopped most of the process of my acne, and it is this Dial soap that is antibacterial. $1, $2 bar of soap has truly made a difference in stopping my acne in my stomach, and I just cannot believe that it took me this long to find the solution and how simplistic it was. One of you mentioned it in a comment once, and again, I was trying a lot of things. So when I finally tried this antibacterial soap, and I could not believe that was really stopping my acne. Don't get me wrong, here and there I'll get a couple, but not the way that I was getting one almost every day. If you're someone who struggles with similar acne as I do, I highly recommend you check or try antibacterial soap. I have the Dial one in gold. It's made wonders for me, so that's why I wanted to talk about, and it's part of my skincare. I'm just so happy about it because that was one of the biggest insecurities I've had, and now to feel so content where I'm at with it, like I cannot believe it. I can't believe I've got here, because for so long I thought I was gonna be in that situation. So this Dial soap, life-changing for me. Since I had a lot of acne, I also got a lot of dark spots. If you have dealt with dark spots, you know that it takes a very long time for them essentially to fade. I've had some dark spots for years and they're still barely fading. And it wasn't until I got this serum that it speed up the process exponentially. And that is the Codaline Vino Perfect serum. And it is essentially a brightening dark spot serum. So when I was in France, when you go to the pharmacy, you can actually talk to the pharmacist and kind of tell them, you know, problems, what you're looking for. So I mentioned that I had a lot of like dark spots and I was hoping to brighten them, and they were like, look no further, try this Codaline serum. I'm not kidding y'all, I got this in May or June. I have not been as consistent as I should have. It is like halfway through. The way this has brightened my dark spots, and it's only been a month or two being that consistent. I feel like if I was putting it almost once a week, every week, it would definitely like speed up the process, but I like forget and randomly I'll do it. I have seen such a difference in the brightening of my dark spots. I've tried so many different brightening serums here in the States, and I know they sell this one here in the States too, but it's just more affordable in France. I don't know what is in this bottle, but it just brightened all of my dark spots. I had one right here in my thigh recently that I got last October, and you know, I just didn't really do anything with it. I tried some brightening serum, nothing worked. And then the last couple months since I got this, I would put it on there, and I'm looking at my thigh now and it's gone. So that's how I know that this has been working. And even on the stats on this also says, I think like 70% people saw brightening effects within the first couple of weeks. Truly a miracle worker. And I'm someone who enjoys serums, so I really appreciate this kind of brightening serum, and I like to put it on my acne but also on my face just to correct evenness. And I also feel like that has helped, especially for me on my chin area. I usually get more darkness. It is so worth it if you ever get a chance to try this out. Ultimate favorite items ever. I'm gonna talk about two products here. First one I'm gonna talk about is this Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Cleanser. I'm someone who double cleanses, so I like to use this one first just to kind of clear out my face, and I feel like it does such a good job, especially if you're someone who has like normal to combination skin. I feel like a lot of the times there's a lot of cleansers out there that really just dry out your skin, and this one feels so rich. The smell is truly what makes this an experience. I have this in the bigger size in my bathroom. I went out and I got the travel size, y'all, because I cannot live out with my cleansers when I go on a trip, so that is why I have this one right here. And then the other one that I am obsessed with, which I also bought the travel mini for it, is this Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. This is such a cool experience. It's rice based, so all you do is like tap a little bit. It comes out like a powder. You add a little bit of water and then in just cleansing your face. And I truly feel like this has helped me with texture on my skin. I get a lot of like pores on the side of my nose, so just getting in there with this to clean it out. It's like one of my favorite like little ASMR vibes. This is what I use as my second cleanser. The skin feeling so smooth right after. These two have been my favorite together when it comes to taking off makeup and just cleansing the face. Let's talk about something we all should be wearing, and that is SPF. This is the La Roche-Posay SPF 50+, and this has become one of my favorite SPFs. I do get this in France because, again, usually these are just more affordable out there than here. And what I like about this SPF is that it comes out like yellow, but when you rub it in the skin, it becomes invisible and it leaves such a dewy finish after. I put this on underneath my makeup and I swear I look so glow within. You're getting the protection you need. It is, and it's not like sticky because it dries pretty fast once you rub it in. The only thing that I am interested with an SPF is maybe finding an SPF that you can use after makeup, because I think that is something that I'm missing is, you know, SPF you have to reapply every couple of hours. It's hard to reapply that one when you already have a full face of makeup. SPF spray that I can put throughout the day that won't affect the makeup, I think that would be a really cool one. So if any of you know, or if you have any recommendation, please let your girl know down below. Quickly talk fragrances. Y'all already know where I'm going with this, right? I found my favorite fragrance with Dossier, and they have so many to choose from. I do want to talk about two of them that I constantly have repurchased because they've been truly a scent that I cannot stop living without. The floral berries and the ambery saffron. The ambery saffron, I have it in the bigger size, which is 100 millimeters, and this one is 50. So you can see the size difference. I just got a new floral berries. This is my third one around. This is my second purchase of the big one from the ambery saffron. One of my favorite scents growing up was the DKNY Be Delicious perfume, and that was essentially my high school scent. And I've always liked a very like sweet, fruity scent, but also having like some kind of musk. And when I tried this one out, I have not looked back because it is essentially similar to that Be Delicious perfume, but more like, I don't know, like adult. It just feels like it is now my signature scent. Like a mix of sweet and sexy for me, and that is me, I feel like. Dossier has truly become one of my favorite fragrance brands because they have a wide selection of fragrances. Come from Grasse France, which is known to be the top fragrance destination in the world. They're cruelty free, they're vegan, they come in cool, stunning glass packaging. Check them out, y'all. I'll have their link in the bio. Thanks to you, y'all, for just allowing me to talk about truly one of my favorite brands, and they continue to support my channel. So I appreciate it because you're the reason. So thank you very much. I can't believe I almost forgot to talk about my favorite skincare oil, and it is this Nuxe. So I tried this out back in 2023. I am someone who loves putting lotion. When I heard about a body oil, I was like, you know what, let me try that out. Essentially, this is a multi-purpose oil because you can use it on the face, the body, and hair. I love that it comes in this little spray bottle because it's so easy to just apply and then rub it on the skin. I wear this every day when I get out of the shower, and it leaves me with such baby soft skin. Someone who like has eczema, so this has helped a lot with the dry patches on my skin feel heavy or that oily, because you don't need that much, as you can tell. And there's like a nice little sheen to it. It does have like a nice little neutral scent. They also have these with like shimmer. Didn't end up getting the shimmering one because I wanted to use it also on my hair, on my face. So I kind of just got the regular one. But when I wear this with a little nice mini skirt or dress, I'm telling you, my legs be looking good. My arms even looking good. You can tell the difference already as I put this on. Again, I did get this one in Paris. I'm not sure if they sell these abroad, but every time I go, I get another one. Okay, now let's talk about makeup. I have a couple items here, and I think I'll start off with a brand that I have been recently introduced to. I definitely have a more different routine when it comes to these, and that is Typology. So I'm someone who tends to wear makeup almost every day, and it just depends on kind of the makeup that I'm going for the day. And recently I've been wanting to do something a little bit more simplistic, just a quicker routine all around, and I got this little set from Typology, and it is the moisturizer, which this is a really nice like everyday moisturizer. I feel like there is a lot of different ones that you can try. I love this moisturizer specifically when mixing it with this vitamin C concentrate illuminator with aloe vera. And what I've been doing is mixing the face cream with this, rub it in the skin, add some concealer, powder, mascara, whatever you like, and then take this vitamin E plus and squalene lip oil. What's nice about these specific products is that they also have some like skincare benefits, and this little like oil, I put it on my lips, and it gives just like a nice little like your lips but better, like dabbed onto the skin as like a blush. It leaves such a beautiful sheen. I was at a coffee shop and I was sitting down and picking up my coffee at the corner, and these group of ladies were ordering their coffees. Walking towards my seat, this lovely lady stopped me and she was like, "Your makeup looks stunning." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." I'm always really shocked by the compliments, y'all, and I really appreciate it because my ego boost is like, oh yeah. But I was wearing these 3 products, and on top of just my usual concealer, mascara, eyebrow, that was it. So when I got complimented on that, and that was the new kind of makeup routine that I was trying out, I knew it was those things. So this is why I'm also like recommending it to you if you're someone who's looking for more like an everyday kind of makeup, still want to look put together but not have so much products. That has been a really good routine. But next items are all from the same brand, and this brand has become one of my favorite makeup brands. They just have such amazing products, and I wear them almost every day. That is Milani. First, I want to talk about my favorite foundation at the moment is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint. One of my favorites was the Beauty Blender Skin Tint, and unfortunately they discontinued that one, which is always when you love a product and then they discontinue it, right? I'm someone who just loves having like a very thin foundation but also still have coverage and is buildable. That is this. But the way this leaves the skin is amazing. First of all, it feels lightweight because it is a skin tint. It is buildable, and it does not matter how you apply it. You can blend it on the skin with your hands. You can use a brush. You can use a sponge. Blends very seamlessly on the skin, and I'm usually one who just wants to conceal some imperfections. This really does. Even the skin tone, it is a satin finish. It just gives like that nice little glow to the face, but also still being buildable and not feeling heavy. I don't know what Milani did, but they really killed it with this foundation. I actually just recently ran out of my summer shade, which I'm definitely gonna go pick up another shade. And now I tried 03. It is still a little bit light, but I think I'm gonna go for 04 because I highly recommend if you're looking for a nice affordable foundation that really looks high-end. Products from Milani are made in Italy as well, which I don't know, a lot of high-end luxury brands also manufacture their stuff in Italy. So just saying. Next thing I'm going to talk about is mascara that I've honestly have been wearing the last year and a half now. The Milani High Rated mascara. Never tried a tubey mascara ever in my life. Then I remember somebody recommended this mascara, so I went to try it out. I'm someone who likes a lengthening mascara, but some volume. I mean, again, if it comes down to both, I prefer having more of a length than volume. It is essentially a tubey mascara. So there's like little particles when you put it on that gives the length. If you apply too much in between, it could get clumpy, trust me, but I'm also one who kind of likes a clumpy mascara as well. One of my favorite things about this specifically, when I take it off at the end of the night, it literally just crumbles off. Something that I always struggled with specifically with mascara, taking it off, and I would always get like residue at the bottom of my eye even after I double cleanse or anything like that. Here and there when I try another mascara, I'm like, yeah, I need to go back to this one. So the next Milani items I'm going to talk about is lips. Milani has such good lip products, starting with their lip liners. They are very creamy. They come in so many different colors. This one is Hot Tamale, and I'm just gonna show you how easy it glides. Barely put any pressure. Once they set, they stay on, and these are the liners that I've been wearing because they're just very soft, easy to apply with. Another favorite mine is their lip oil, and I used to be obsessed with the Merit lip oils. And again, they were so tiny, so they just didn't last as long. And so I was really interested in finding just an affordable one. And I came across the Milani lip oils, and this one is in hot cocoa. They have such nice pigment, which I'll show you. They sheer out beautifully. My favorite type of nude lipstick is like a brown, so I've been wearing these two in conjunction lately, and just leaves so nice. As you can see, look at the shift on there. You do have to reapply because again, this is a lip oil. It's not going to stay on the lips, but it's very comfortable. And then if you want something that is a little bit more long wearing, which I definitely do, especially when I have an event or I'm just gonna be out throughout the day, and especially when it comes to a red lip, because your girl loves a good red lip. These Milani Color Fetish lip stains. Look at the little dofa. I like how it comes with a little peak at the top. They are what they say. They're very hydrating. As you can see, it comes on very like watery. This is actually the one that I'm wearing on my lips right now. And once you let this set and dry, it leaves like a nice little lip stain. Fades very gradually. As you can see, I am wearing this right now, and they apply really wet initially, and you just kind of have to let it dry. You could pat dry it off, but again, because I was drinking coffee, I knew it was gonna naturally happen. So I just been doing it while drinking coffee. They do not feel drying whatsoever. I cannot believe the time when we were all wearing liquid lipstick, different colors. They have like a nice pinky, a berry one. The one I'm wearing right now is, oh yeah, Bitten Berry. Looking for like a nice affordable lip stain, these Milani ones. So this past year, I made the declaration that I was not going to buy new prescription glasses. Last year, I got so many. I got into the whole like Bayonetta, I need a new glass for my outfit. I don't know why, but I always get asked where I buy my prescription glasses, and I get them from Firmoo. They have a huge selection of frames, and I have some here to show you. I've gotten like the very specific like Bayonetta style, or like these ones which are a metal frame. Someone who does wear glasses, not every day as I probably should have. I don't have 20/20 vision. One eye, I'm a little bit less strong than the other. Okay with not having to wear prescription glasses every day. There's another style. I really am into like the tortoise shell, and I also like that these are oval. They just look so good. I also have these in like a burgundy frame. Here's another style as well. These are more thick and square. And I always get compliments on these ones specifically when I would wear them. And if you know your prescription, you can put it in and really get affordable prescription lenses, which I feel like that is sometimes really hard to come across. Why I have a variety of them, because they're usually more affordable. They always have a sale going on. There's also the other things you can add to the lenses, like anti-glare or blue light. I've gotten somewhere, I just had to pay the shipping, y'all. That's why I was buying too many. The last purchases I'm going to talk about are a hobby type of thing, or a skill set, that is taking classes. The last couple years, I have been really intrigued about finding new hobbies for myself. And I'm someone who's very creative and likes a very hands-on experience. Back in like 2022, I took my first ceramic class. Was more around hand building. I'm not really someone who likes to throw, and I cannot tell you how rewarding it is to be able to create something from its inception to having it in your hands. It is one of the most rewarding experiences in my life, and ceramics has brought me so much solitude. I feel like with everyday life and just routine, I would see myself constantly just being kind of stressed out. And once I joined ceramics, I was able to really tune out everything else and really just focus on this specific kind of art and learn it and build things that I've always wanted to create. Taking that class and learning that skill set, it's such a fun, unique thing to do. And it also helped me build community and friendship. It's been one of my favorite pleasures in my life to be able to learn a new different art and just kind of feel my creativity in this way. I really appreciate that. If I ever want to create again, it is very easy to do so. And that's why I really appreciate the hand building process, because when it came to reel throwing, there's more cost that goes into it. You need to purchase a wheel and granted, you can get things out quicker, but I love the idea of just like getting clay, maybe putting on a film and just building something with my own hands. Love that goes into it and the time, and that's what makes ceramics so beautiful. It's that you just know all the little effort that what goes into it, and you can initially go into it thinking it's going to look a certain way, but you just never know depending on the final product, because when it comes to building these pieces, it goes to 2 different firings. It's just such a cool, unique experience that I cannot explain it. And I think what I'm trying to say is that really grown to value a lot is just putting my creativity in different places, and also just giving myself that kind of self-love in a way, because that gave me the space to kind of not think about other things and just really focus on this. And I feel like sometimes I had trouble doing that. I had trouble giving myself the time to just disassociate. It's really important to really invest in hobby. I just find it so cool just to be able to learn new skills. I learned how to do ceramics by going back to a community college because it was just way more affordable. You actually get more time doing the ceramic, because I did have the idea of going and looking for a studio, but the cost of just going to a studio and doing it, and it wasn't enough time. The good thing about community college, you can also get grants for it. So I got my tuition waived when it came to the class, and all I had to do was purchase the supplies. Also was more affordable as well. And if you're someone from California, I highly recommend you check that out. A lot of incentives out there to do so. And I'm someone who graduated with my bachelor's back in 2017 from UCLA. And now I'm going back to take these classes just to learn new skill sets for myself. On top of that, actually this fall, I'm taking a French class. I've tried twice to take French before, but it just never was aligned. And this fall I decided that I needed to learn French, because as you know, I do go to France often, and it's necessary that I learn the language. I'm doing this while taking these classes at a community college. I am doing it online, but they also have physical classes that you can take. It's just a new skill set that I want to have and learn, and really helps me stimulate and to dive into the culture more, because I'm very intrigued by it. Hopefully be able to be trilingual. It really is a really nice, rewarding experience to learn a new skill. And that's kind of where I really want to just push for y'all because life is crazy and there's so much going on, and sometimes maybe you just don't have the time, which I understand. Like even myself taking this online French class, I'm like, if you can somehow make it work into your schedule, these are things you're building upon yourself as a person. And I feel more connected and more valuable in myself, and more confidence that I'm building in myself and diving into these interests. I think that's also important, is as we're evolving and growing, to learn more about ourselves by trying different interests. Kind of where I'm at right now, and I've truly been having such a good time. And again, it's never too late to go back to school, for real. But yeah, y'all, those are all of my favorite like purchases. I think throughout the year, I really wanted to talk to you about them because I feel like I never really talk about things that outside of fashion that I really like. I personally love these type of videos. I love to see what are people's favorite things and how they incorporate it in their life, because I do have parasocial relationships online, yo. Let me know some of your favorite pieces or favorite purchases. I am nosy, okay? Yo soy una chismosa. I need to know what are your favorite items, okay? I enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know, because I'm curious if you'd like to see these. This felt like very old school YouTube, and I've just been feeling that lately. I've also thought about maybe doing like a what's in my bag kind of video. Like the fall really comes and brings like all these cozy vibes, and I really kind of felt like that today. Like it has been super cloudy today and cozy. Don't forget to like, share, comment. It just helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you for taking the time to always support me and watch my vids. You know it means so much to me, so thank you. That is all from me, loves, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Bisous. Bye.